And I don't have to worry about giving it to my kids.
Yeah, I shaved her
I know
back.
where
You
it
might
came
not recognize her. Okay.
Right, yeah, he's in the booth.
Contestants, how you doing? Welcome to our show. Why don't you tell me how many people are going to be playing this game? All right, excellent selection. Now, player one, could you give us your name?
Schmitty.
Okay, player two, how about you?
45 seconds.
Thanks, player three. One other thing. Are you looking for a 7-question tournament game or more like a full 21-question game? All right, that's what I needed to know. Player one, you have the letter Q as your buzzer. That's Q as in, quite a nice day we're having, huh? Player two, you have B as in birth canal. And player three, you have the letter P as in peanut.
I'm looking for the magenta
No
holes.
time means no time. Do I have to draw a diagram?
20 seconds.
20 seconds? What the? Fine. Now listen, people blow this all the time. When a question comes up, if you want it, buzz in first, then hit a 1, 2, 3, or 4 to pick an answer. Are you with me?
Okay, is everybody set? Very good. Let's loot the desktop. Thank you. Okay, go to black.
Swear.
Guys, stand by.
Fantastic! Also available, Wedge for Teens and Pet Wedge.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
All right. Hey, audience, you ready to play? Yeah! Welcome our 3 contestants. Welcome! Hey, I think they like you. All right, you 3, put your feet in the blocks because the gun's about to go off. Now it's time for some screw giving. 3 screws for 3 players. You know, don't you just love a good flying screw? Okay, let's say a question comes up and you look next to you and your neighbor's face says, I have no idea what the answer is. Screw them. Buzz in and hit the S key, and that'll force them to answer the question anyway. Got it? Okay, my little partiers, let's see you chug one. Player 1, pick one.
We're number 1! We're number 1!
And the category is, it doesn't matter if you're in black and white. Okay, swing this one and I'll give you $2,000. Okay, imagine Motown singing stars The Supremes are officiating an NFL football game. The Supremes throw a flag right before breaking into Stop in the Name of Love. Based on their famous hand movement, what infraction has occurred? Too many men on the field, illegal contact, offsides, or illegal forward pass. Go for it, player 1. Sweetness.
Yeah!
Stop in the name of illegal contact before you break a nail. Think it over. Player 1, it's your choice. What looks good to you?
Number 2! Number 2!
Here's the category. I love my calendar guy. The amount on the table is $3 grand. Imagine a monthly adult entertainment magazine devoted exclusively to baseball stars. Based on his famous nickname, who would be appropriate for a centerfold in the World Series issue? Reggie Jackson, Pete Rose, Ted Williams, or Willie Mays? You're up, player 1. He's a hero to millions, but I don't think they want to see him naked. Player 2. Player 2, what do you say? R-O-N-G, wrong. Player, he was nicknamed Mr. October for his heroics during many World Series games in the 70s.
Yeah!
And by the way, that's some baddie swinging in that photo. Player 3, you're up. What's the category?
Ooh, right in the 3s. That's gotta hurt.
3. The category is belting the Power Rangers. I'm paying out $2,000 if you get this one right. Hope you're ready, because here's one coming at you. If the color of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers costumes represented their belt level in karate, which Ranger would be the most experienced? Red, pink, yellow, or blue? It's in your corp. A blue belt would indicate the highest skill level of the 4 mentioned.
Yeah!
But, as any episode would teach us, nothing's possible without the help of a multicultural group of friends. Let's have a category, player 2.
Look at me, I got a 4. Ouch.
The name of this category is sweat and lotion. You get this one right, you got $2,000 coming at you. Sure, sports are great, but a real man also appreciates fine filmmaking. Let's watch a scene, shall we? Candy has Sheena in an inside crotch ride. Suddenly, Sheena surprises Candy with a reverse whizzer. Based on the moves they're making, what is the best title for this movie? Savage Field Hockey Vixens, Saucy Wrestling Mamas, Whipped Cream Roller Derby Love Fest, or Lactating Baton Twirling Nymphos? Go for it, player 2. You know, if Whipped Cream Roller Derby Love Fest is wrong, then I don't want to be right. Player 3. It's a heartwarming scene from Saucy Wrestling Mamas. The crotch ride and the whizzer are wrestling holds. Yeah! It's a good flick, but it doesn't really get going until Tammy comes in with the inside thigh pry. Okay, we need a category from player 3.
The corner pocket, number 5.
The category is another reason not to slide on AstroTurf. And this one's going to be worth $1,000. So, you feeling anxious? Me too. Let's go. Having spent his life in an artificial environment, the Jetsons' dog Astro discovers that he can only do his duty on artificial grass. At which of these ballparks could Astro take care of business? Fenway Park, Riverfront Stadium, Dodger Stadium, or Comiskey Park? Player 1, who's taking your heat? Ooh, gotta answer it, player 3. No, that odor you're picking up is actually the Red Sox. Player 1, player 2, who wants this puppy? Player 1, go nuts. No, but if Astro does his duty during a game, he better be prepared to do a lot of dodging. Player 2, you want to take a crack at it? Player 2, Astro could crap all over the AstroTurf at Riverfront Stadium. And I say, every time Astro craps on the carpet, George should whack Marge Schott with a rolled-up newspaper. Okay, we need a category. Your pick, player 2. Uh-oh, best putts fits mine whore.
It's time for a Niggerclish Rescue.
All right, now here's your category for this gibberish question. What's in this talc? The opening value is 5,000 clammies. Now you're going to have about 30 seconds to solve this puzzle, but I'll be taking a little bit of money away every second and a half. All right, put on your thinking caps and tell me, what movie title does this rhyme with? The Nads lose hairs. Go for it, player 1. Type in your answer and hit return. I still say it's Tatum O'Neal's best work to date. Player 1, it's up to you. What are we doing?
Under the Rim with question 7.
This one's gonna be Guns N' Roses on Ice. A right answer will get you 2 G's for this question. Imagine this. In an attempt to revitalize their tragically short career, Guns N' Roses decides to take its music to the ice. During their Welcome to Our Jungle of Icecapades tour, Axl Rose caps off his performance of Used to Love Her by performing his patented Axl Waxl. What exactly does he do? A backspin move, a figure 8, an overhead lift of Slash, or a failed Axl jump? Now or never, player 3. A Waxl is a failed Axl jump. And an Axl is a failed attempt at being cool. Player 3, pick a category for me.
2, 4, 6, 8. Question 8 is jailbait. Go 8.
And the category is Trick or Treat. And we'll pay out $3,000 for this one. Hang on tight. Here we go. Let's say you're trying to decide on a costume for the annual Halloween party. If you wanted to dress up as sports figure Bill Stewart, which costume would not be an appropriate one to wear? Stanley Cup championship coach, Major League Baseball umpire, PGA champion, or NHL referee? Go for it, player 3. No, Bill was an NHL referee, and it's going to be really hard to run door to door on those skates. Player 1, player 2. It's in your court, player 2. Sorry, Bill Stewart did coach a Stanley Cup champion, and I think it would take way too much tinfoil to capture that true Stanley Cup look. No, Bill Stewart was, in fact, an umpire.
You're out!
Oh, I bet you would have gotten it in one more try. Bill Stewart was not a PGA champion, but come to think of it, John Daly would be one scary Halloween costume. Boo! Player 2, pick one.
The German judge gives a
9.
All right, let's see what we're doing here. Ooh, that smell. Okay, $2,000 is coming your way if you get this one. Woo! What the hell is that? Oh, it's a little celebrity trash. Hey, let's see what we got. We've got fragments from an exploding scoreboard, a St. Louis Browns cap, some old disco albums, and a few vines from Wrigley Field. Whose stuff is this? George Steinbrenner, Bill Veeck, Al Spalding, or Leo DeRocher? Player 3, who would you like to screw? You gotta answer it, player 2. Pay close attention to your score. Watch closely. Player 1, player 3, who's taking it? You're up, player 1. No, I think all we find in George's trash is lots and lots of hate mail. Wow. He used to run the Browns, had disco demolition night, and used all that other great trash to get folks in the seats. Hey, anyone that torches disco records is okay by me. Time to pick a category. What?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
The category behind this question is restaurants where the service is ace. This question's worth $2,001 bills. Ready on the trigger? Pull. If you could only order the Denny's Grand Slam breakfast if you want a true Grand Slam in professional tennis, which of the following tennis stars could order it? Andre Agassi, John McEnroe, Steffi Graf, or Ivan Goolagong? Well, player 2, who are you going to screw? Player 3, don't get screwed. Get even.
Oh, I can't believe that. Are you blind? You are so wrong. Chalk flu. Come on.
Player 1, player 2, who wants it? Here's what you should have guessed. A true Grand Slam is winning Wimbledon, the Australian, French, and U.S. Opens all in the same year. And Steffi's one of only a handful to do it. But I hear before a big match, she actually prefers Burger King French toast sticks and a bacon and egg breakfast croissant. Yummy. All right, that's one round down. Now don't get distracted by the round card, girl, because we're off to round 2. Taking out some screws for you here. Let's see. No, that's a bolt. Okay, here we go. One for each of you. All right, this is round 2, and 2 is twice 1, which means all the questions are double. Sounds good, huh? Okay, let's do it. What do you say, player 2? How about it? 11. And this category is not so impressive pole performances. You get this toughie and I'll give you $6,000. Get your eyes focused on the screen. Here we go. If an Olympic pole vaulter is held to the same strict standards in the bedroom as he is in the field of competition, which of the following actions will make him a failure sexually? Touching his pole to the ground, putting a sticky substance on his pole, breaking his pole during approach, or moving his hands up his pole while in the air. Player 1, hit it. Breaking your pole is not held against you. But it's gotta hurt. Player 2, player 3. It's considered a failure if you move your hands up your pole while you're in the air. Besides that, I think you can go blind. Player 3, select the category.
Oh, that's a 12-pounder, eh?
The category? Hookers! And this one's going to be worth $2,000. On your marks, get set, here's the question. If you see two hookers involved in a nasty ruck that results in scrummage, what are you probably watching? A pair of fish mating, a gymnastics meet, a sword fight, or a rugby game? Player? No. Besides, I think you fellas out there ought to learn to go to the bathroom by yourselves. Hookers, rucks, and scrummage, all terms used in rugby. And remember, all you rugby enthusiasts, always use protection or those hookers could give you a nasty case of scrummage. Category. Player 2, let's do it. Uh-oh, Testnut Slick Crime Store.
Once again, it's time for a Liquor Testnut Store.
This gibberish questions category is musicians with very tough skin. We're in round 2, so this gibberish question is going to start off at $10,000. Okay, now remember, the faster you solve this puzzle, the more money you win. Here we go. Tell me something. What does this rhyme with? Now, don't be thrown by the old punctuation. U-Brand the dance band. Here's your first hint. It's a tennis technique. Is it temper tantrum? A technique popularized by Chris Evert. It's not her forehand. Better hurry if you want to ace this one. When I'm playing tennis, I like to use the U-Brand the dance band. Huh. I always thought the two-handed backhand was some kind of Masonic handshake or something. Player 1, give me a category.
All sports, all the time. You're tuned to 14.
Here's your category. Captain Hook. And this is $4,000 here. Hey, you know that movie Kingpin where Woody Harrelson plays a one-handed bowler named Roy Munson? Well, if Roy Munson were to compete with a prosthesis in an event sanctioned by the American Bowling Congress, which of the following would he not have to provide for ABC officials? A description and model of his prosthesis, a driver's license, a special identification card, or a doctor's certificate? Go. No, they demand both. I wonder where they keep all those models. Player 1, player 3, go. In order to use prosthetics in an ABC-sanctioned tourney, you've got to provide all of these except a driver's license. Yeah! And maybe Woody Harrelson can buy some prosthetic acting ability. Player 1, choose a category.
It's question 15. It's question 15.
The category is Dunkin' Potatoes. It's gonna be worth $4,000. Hey, you remember how Spud Webb stunned everyone by winning the slam dunk contest in 1986, even though he was only 5'7"? If he wanted to be the same height as a regulation NBA basketball rim, on how large a potato would the 5'7" Spud Webb have to stand? A 2'5" Spud, a 4'1" Spud, a 4'5" Spud, or a 5'7" Spud? It's in your... Player 3, what are you going to do about it? A 4'5" potato would make Spud 10 feet tall, which is the regulation height of the rim. Yeah! And if Spud wanted to stand on an even bigger potato, he could always use Dwayne Shinsis. Player 2, right back at you. Player 3, pick a category for me.
16.
The category is injuries and sneaky tricks. And this one shouldn't be too tough. $4K for this one. Wipe off your finger and get it ready. Let's get busy. If a guy asked you to help him remove his shirt because of a rotator cuff injury, which of these explanations could he give you to help prove he's actually hurt and not just feeding you a line? My rotator pants got caught in the car door. I blew out my knee during my floor exercise. I hurt my shoulder in a baseball game, or I overextended my elbow while water skiing. You're not gonna die. You can massage his knee all you want, but that's not where his rotator cuff is. The rotator cuff is in your shoulder. I would also ask to see his baseball card. If he doesn't have one, he's not worth your time. Player 3, you're up. What's the category?
9 plus 8. 10 plus 7.
This one's gonna be, is there a dog tour in the house? And this one is not gonna be easy. $6,000. Get ready to buzz, because here it comes. If Lassie, Benji, and Rin Tin Tin were playing croquet and Benji started licking everyone's rover balls, what would he be licking? Balls belonging to the next set of players, balls that have gone out of bounds, balls owned by Irish musicians, or balls that have been through every wicket? Ooh, gotta answer it, player 3. Have you seen other dogs check each other out? I don't think anybody's balls are out of bounds. Player 1, player 2, who wants this puppy? Licking the next player's balls? Not a good idea, especially if Cujo is on deck. Rover balls are balls that have been through every wicket but haven't hit the final stake. Hey, Benji says they taste like chicken. And the croquet balls do too. Player one, it's up to you. What are we doing?
18.
The name of this category is same game, smaller balls. And we are talking 4,000 big ones. All right, get yourself set. It's time. Which of the following phrases is not part of the Little League Baseball pledge? I will obey my coach. I love my country. I will play fair, or I trust in God. Player three, take. Player one, it's in your hands now.
Yeah, okay. I guess you gotta play fair.
Nowhere does it say you must obey your coach.
Billy, I want you to listen to me for once.
Screw you. It ain't in my contract.
Player two, pick one.
Illegal use of the hands on question 19.
And the category is, man, that's really dumb. And I'll pay you $4,000 if you get this one right. All right, listen to this. In the early days of football, instead of 4 downs to get 10 yards, you had 3 downs to gain 5 yards to keep possession. What was the other official way for a football team to maintain possession of the ball? Keep the ball from the opponent for 10 seconds, punt the ball to themselves, lose 10 yards and 3 downs, or announce that they'd like to keep the ball. Player two. Strangely enough, that's a game called Keep Away. Here's a game called Takeaway. If you lost 10 yards and 3 downs, you got a first down. If they had that rule today, the Jets would be perennial contenders. Player one, pick one.
20.
Here's the category. Illegally moving on up. And this one's $4,000 for a right answer. Hey, you remember on The Jeffersons how that crazy neighbor Bentley used to massage George's back by walking on it? If Bentley were to surprise George Jefferson by giving him an illegal crackback block, how exactly would he approach George? Start to go past him, then block below the waist, tackle George from behind below the waist, turn around and then do a whip-like kick, or block George in the back with intent to hurt. You're a tackle below the waist?
Wheezy.
The illegal crackback block is most often committed by wide receivers blocking out linebackers who are trying to tackle a running back. And it's just the kind of low-down play that a honky masseuse would use, Wheezy. Let's have a category, player two.
Jack attack time. Soon as you see 2 words on the screen that go together, buzz in. $2,000 if you're right, 2,000 off if you're wrong. Every time you're wrong. And one more thing, not all matches are equal. Remember the clue. It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Summer Olympics through the years. Do you want a medal? You have to earn it. Go.
Hey, player 3, you get 15 minutes of fame as a sports trivia hero, so I think you deserve a little of that right now. So here's about a second and a half of glory. Now, for the rest of your life, you can always remember...
You don't know Jack!
Okay, great show, everybody. Great show. Cue the commercials, please. Thank you. And Cookie, can you give me some information about these contestants? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm checking it out. Hey, listen, you guys, if you want to play again, you just let me know whenever you're ready, okay?
Hi, I'm Candy, and I'm just